Magic Johnson, a 6'9" lead guard. You ever heard of things like this?
Magic is straight down the middle. Still going, still going. Oh! Highlight film!
Larry Bird probably should have been a power forward. He was like the lead guard.
Advantage, Bird on the drive. Look at that pass. Oh, what a show!
These guys changed the game.
In his very first season, the 20-year-old Magic filled in for injured center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to help defeat the Philadelphia 76ers in the finals.
And the most valuable player is Magic Johnson. He starts at center, plays forward and guard.
And Bird would respond the next year, bringing championship glory back to Boston.
Follows his own shot. Oh, and they have won the series. It's all over.
It all seemed like fate. Joining Wilton Russell's former teams, Magic and Bird gave the NBA a new marquee rivalry to build on.
That one of them was the urban black kid from Michigan, and the other one was the manure-kicking country boy from Indiana, and one of them with the Lakers, and one of them with the Celtics. I mean, that was perfect. That's central casting.
Suddenly, everything seemed to be going right for the NBA. Dr. J would team with hard-working center Moses Malone to finally win a title. And a sensational group of new stars burst onto the scene.
Thomas, he's amazing. Here's the man. They call him Mr. Jordan in Chicago.
And the timing could not have been better.
Here comes Charles.
As these players were coming in, we were just seeing an extraordinary growth in television. And as people began to tune into the game, they began to realize that this was something that looked really good on TV.
And the league was changing to keep pace, showcasing its stars in new ways.
This is a tie for the money. Yo!
We were expanding the game, so when fans came All-Star Weekend, no telling what you would see.
Superman's in the building!
The NBA had never been hotter. Flocks of new fans were suddenly fascinated with the league. And at the heart of it all were Bird and Magic. Still early in their careers, they had already become symbols. Bird was the embodiment of basketball tradition.
The fans could sense his leadership, his hustle. He'd dive on the floor. He'd do whatever it takes.
And Magic brought Hollywood showtime to the league.
I wouldn't do an hour series in those days because I said I'm not going to miss those games. You just wouldn't miss them, and you'd work it into your contract so you could be free to go.
In 1984, Magic and Bird would finally play for the championship. And the entire sporting world was watching.
Hey, they won the East, we won the West. So it's like everybody just get ready, sit back, and let's enjoy it.
Magic and the Lakers would capture 2 of the first 3 games.
They're running the Celtics off the Boston Garden Court.
And it looked as if they would run away with the series.
This has to be one of the most decisive routes in championship game history.
But the usually quiet Bird would issue a bold response.
You know, we got some great players on this team, but we don't have the players with the heart sometimes that we need. And today when you see Magic slapping high fives and guys going behind their back and shooting layups on us all day long, it seems that somebody would try to put a stop to it. And until we get our hearts where they belong, we're in trouble.
Headlines the next day was Celtics play like sissies, because like what Larry said. And it was like the most incredible thing, because we saw that article, and it was like we couldn't wait to get back.
Here's Kareem, outlet to Worthy, Rambit. And you knew this was going to happen. You could see it coming.
I was the leader of the Boston Celtics, and I knew that. My teammates knew that. So they was looking for direction, and that's what I tried to give them.
Led by Bird, the Celtics would push their way back into the series.
Here's Magic, off the mark. Lakers had several chances, and here's Larry Bird, chucking down the court.
Ultimately eliminating the Lakers in 7 games.
Larry Bird, I mean, he's doing everything.
The Celtics added another championship and Bird added to his legend.
The Boston Celtics are the NBA World Champions.
I told Larry Bird, the way you played in that series, the way you conducted yourself and the way you played made me proud to be a Celtic.
You know how it feels because you've been here before. Me, I haven't scored a point. You know?
But you kind of brought the guys here that scored the points.
Well,
So you're overpaid.
While Bird basked in his triumph, Magic shouldered the blame.
I had never lost in a situation like that. So that's the first time I actually had a chance to cry, you know, after the game and really say, man, that was my fault. You know, I'm sorry. You know, you turn to the guys.
But as if according to script, the 1985 finals would provide him with an immediate chance for revenge. And this time, he would be the one to rally his team.
Great assist for Magic Johnson.
We weren't going to let Larry Bird and his crew beat Magic and his crew. It was just that simple.
The determined Lakers battled to a 3-2 series lead. And in Game 6, they looked to become the first team in history to eliminate the Celtics on their home floor.
Coming in that Boston Garden and the old building and seeing Red sitting up there, just knowing that the crowd, you could just feel the crowd. I mean, everybody's sweating already. The game is still half hour away.
Though Bird and the Celtics would fight valiantly, Magic would not be denied his revenge.
This man, Magic Johnson, played this season with a mission for the Lakers, and it's about to pay off.
He would not only exorcise his own demons, but also those of Lakers' past.
That whole mental and historical thing, the jinx, whatever have you, it all died at that point.
Does America believe in magic? You bet we do.
Bird and Magic had taken a rivalry from the 60s, added the showmanship of the 70s, and created one of the most magnetic personal duels in sports history.
It was almost surreal because we were in the middle of this great tug of war, and you really didn't have an idea who was going to win.
Okay, can we proclaim Larry Bird the greatest player of all time? Okay, I wrote that story in 85, 86. Then we all watched Magic in 86, 87. Well, should we rewrite that now? Yeah, I think I probably wrote that story too.
Each season, Bird and Magic seemed to push each other to new heights. In 1986, Bird won his third consecutive MVP and the title. In 87, Magic would be named the most valuable player, and he would face Bird again in the finals in one last battle for the ages.
When we caught them in 87, we knew they were hurt. We were younger, and we were fresher, and we had a little bit more firepower. But they still had Larry Bird.
In some ways, Bird was never more heroic, as he desperately fought to keep his Celtics in the series. And in the pivotal fourth game, trailing 2-1, he would give Boston the slimmest of leads, with time running out.
Day up one, Coach Riley called to play for Kareem. And I got it, and Kevin McHale basically switched out.
I saw that Magic was going to, take the last shot. I could see it in his eyes. I could see him saying, like, this is not happening. And so I got to go.
5 seconds to go. Magic with a hook shot. Scores with 2. And the Celtics trail by 1.
It was almost over. I mean, we had one last shot. We had 1 second on the clock, and I got enough room to get it off, and I thought it was in.
Bird fires it. And the Lakers have won.
Magic's just a great basketball player. He's the best I've ever seen, you know.